Hey guys, this is Shannon. Just a quick update on the whole Memphis pothole situation. So this was the last correspondence that I received from them. This was marked Monday, December 30th at 10:45 a.m. when Paula Merrifield, who is the circuit clerk, court clerk, something. She said, "Good morning. I've explained time and time again what needs to be done. I cannot write the motion for you. I cannot tell you what verbiage needs to be used. What I can tell you, again, is the process in which it needs to be done. This is the final explanation." To my knowledge, this is the first explanation. I've never seen something tell you. They just said, write an order. Hell, I'm not an attorney. I don't know how to write an order. Okay, yeah, that's why I ask how. All right, so it says, Mr. Carpenter, unless you file some type of post-judgment motion on or before January 3rd, 2025, the order of dismissal that was entered on December 4th will become final. All right, you can read the rest of this if you want to. She does show me how to send them that order of dismissal, or how to send them the whatever, the motion, the post-judgment motion. She said put this and that and the claim number here and the title and what I want and the signature, and make sure it's filed and received and blah, blah, blah. So if we get rid of that screen there, you can see here's what I sent them. It says exactly what she told me to put. And then it says I was in the impression my video had been received. It was in the original claim in the appeal, and I've emailed it directly to Heather Ross, which is opposing counsel, so I can't imagine why she didn't turn in my evidence, because that would win my case in a heartbeat. When they see this, it's there's no way to argue that their road caused damage to my car. Along with many of you who have come forward, and thank you so much for your help and support. I promise if either way, we need to get the roads in Memphis fixed. I live 4 hours away, y'all, maybe 5, but I am dedicated and determined now to help you get these roads fixed, because Katie McGinnis said in writing that they fixed that road. And I went back a year later. If you haven't seen that TikTok, I took drone footage, I took dash cam footage, and you can see that road has not been fixed. I have no idea what they're talking about. I think it's some kind of a scam. I think they just take money from, I don't know, federal government, something, right? However they get their money. And I think they just don't even fix the roads. That's why there's so many potholes. In fact, if you just go to YouTube right now and you type in Memphis potholes, there are numerous stories from all of the local news stations saying they're not fixing the roads here. And people's cars are getting damaged. And people are busting wheels like I did. And people are slamming into guardrails and having to get towed away. Yet they won't fix the roads. So anyway, this is what I wrote them, asking them to obviously reevaluate my claim for damage and to watch the video. She said I had to send a certificate of service. I sent this. Guess what? It was signed and received. Check this out right here. Boom. So if you notice on the first little picture, right, I told you that she sent that to me on the 30th. The 30th. And she said I have to have my evidence, like physical evidence, a DVD or a thumb drive or something, to them by the 3rd, right? So how many days does that give me? You can see what they're trying to do to me, and it's not going to happen. So look at this. I paid extra to make sure that on the 31st, the very next day, I sent them everything that they have requested, and they signed for it right here. On the 2nd, which was a Thursday, this person signed for Judge Hamilton's office. They got it. They got it. Right down here, opposing counsel, Heather Ross, there she is. Look, they signed. They received it by the 3rd. All right, so I've been waiting and waiting and waiting all this time. Finally, I sent in an email. On May 13th, I said, hey, Paula, I just wanted to check the status of my case. It's been about 6 months since I've heard anything. June 9th, I sent again. Hey, Paula, did you receive my last email? And I sent another email, and it says, is anyone receiving my emails? This is on June 24th. So now I've emailed them over the course of 3 months now. I'm trying to get an update on my case. Again, I show that my evidence was received before the deadline, but I've not heard from anyone since then. It's now been 6 months, and I've had no communication. Please advise. And I was getting ready to print this and write a letter and mail this directly to the judge, because obviously these people don't check their emails. They're not getting at something, because she replies today and says, Mr. Carpenter, this is the first email I received since your last email to me on December 30th. The claim was dismissed by order of dismissal filed for December 2024 with your acknowledgement by phone call on the 18th of December of having received it. That doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know what phone call we're even talking about. Hell, I can't get them to respond to an email, much less call me. I've left 27 voicemails and can't get them to call me back. But apparently they called me. And anyway, I want to know how, if on the 18th you're saying that I received this phone call and understand it was dismissed, why on the 30th after the 18th did you send me an email, Paula, and say that I have until the 3rd to get you my evidence? Like, are these people retarded? What is going on down there? Like, this is driving me nuts. I'm about to lose my mind over this. Look at this. So this is a closed claim, and there have been 0 communications by either phone or email. That's right. That's because you told me I had to mail it, Paula, and I did. And you received it. There's also been no filings. Bullshit. You received it. I have the proof. It's right there. So anyway, I emailed her the proof. No, you did get it. And here's what I sent her. So now I'm just waiting for a response. I said, I included all previous emails below. I've been emailing you for several months. The case said it would be closed if no evidence was received by the 3rd. I paid $60 extra to make 100% certain that it was received by both parties. Here's proof that they received it. Heather Ross received it on the 3rd. Commissioner's office received it on the 2nd. So if the judge gave me until the 3rd to submit my evidence, if my evidence was received and signed for, how can my case be closed? I will wait a response before writing a letter to the judge. I will wait a response to the judge before going back to the media. So anyway, there's an update. I will let you know what happens next.